Good morning. My name is Sandy Fine. I want to welcome you to Clear Lake Presbyterian Church. I'm sequestered here in my house and have been for several months, attempting to participate in the quarantine lockdown. Part of my being a veteran, doing my duty one more time. But I've watched a lot and listened a lot to news reports and interviews of people, and recurring theme of the people who have had a loved one go into the hospital with COVID-19 is that they cannot spend those last moments with their loved one, and the anguish of the people who are interviewed, knowing that their loved one died alone and that they couldn't do anything about it and could not be with them. I would like to share a personal experience along those lines. About 5 years before my father passed away, I was his primary care person. And my dad was an important person to me, but we always had a bit of friction. And so my mother was the go-between. And that friction just really persisted. But about 5 years before Dad died, he said, "Son, I want to talk to you about something really important. I want to apologize for some of the things that happened in our life." And he proceeded to tell me some things that I had no clue were important to him and the way he felt about me. It was a 5-minute talk, a 10-minute talk. It was not long, but it was thoroughly cleansing for our relationship. Dad probably felt better. I felt whole for the first time in my life, and I'd always had a good life. I was basically raised in a Leave It to Beaver setting, but this had always been just a little irritant between us. And there was something therapeutic about his closing the circle there. And it turns out Dad died alone. And I and my daughters feel like we had closure with Dad. So what I'm suggesting is that make peace with your children and or your parents, because the end will come. And one big mistake that we all live with is, I got plenty of time, I can always do that. Well, not necessarily. So do it now. Do it every time you have an opportunity. Leave the loved ones that you have with peace in their heart and your own, so there are no regrets. Thank you for listening. And now, let's worship together the Lord Jesus Christ.